Peace and love, and welcome to Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. Today we continue our talk on faith as far as our finances are concerned, as we know that we are blessed with financial certainty. Put your fist in the air and affirm with me, I am always certain about my finances. Maybe you want to get your wallet out, your passport, whatever it is, and just affirm, speak into your money. You know, every bit of money that you get, you should bless it. Just surround it, give it that good energy, because money is a thing, right? Finances are a part of our life and they need to be discussed. Look at the statistics. We see that the number one cause of divorce in marriages is money. So it is something that we need to discuss. It is something that we need to talk about. And it's something that we need to see the good energy coming into us, as we know that we are always certain about our finances. So affirm this affirmation one more time with me. Fist in the air. I am always certain about my finances. And the scripture talks about this prosperous life, right? Because, you know, I always remember one of my favorite movies, I think I've quoted from it before here during our motivational talks, is The Pirates of the Caribbean. And I remember one time the main character, Jack Sparrow, was talking to someone who was in charge, and he was asking him, he said, you know, is loyalty still the currency? And the man said, no, currency is the currency. You know, it's just the world that we live in. If you want to do something and progress to another stage of life, you're going to need some money or some collateral or some type of financial stability. So as we know that as God has placed us in this moment, in this time, in this existence, and because we need money in our life to get from one place to the next, we have to know that this spirit is also blessing us with financial certainty. And two scripture readings came to me as I was putting together this lesson. The first one is taken from John chapter 10, verse 10, which says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came that they may have life and have it in abundance. Right? Not in negation, not with a negative balance, not with no money or no resources, but with full abundance. The second one is a favorite for people who are trying to affirm prosperity in their lives or see some type of financial growth in their lives. Psalm 23. It begins by saying, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And again, because currency is the currency, it includes financial stability in our life. So we must know that whatever is before us, we have the finances for it. We have the certainty that we will have everything that we need in order to get to the next step. Friends, I want you to remember that we all have the right to financial certainty and financial abundance. Listen, adulting is expensive. You know, as I got in from the teenage years into my 20s and into my 30s, you realize that for everything, it includes a financial something, right? And adulting can be expensive, especially when you add kids onto that. Adulting can get very, very expensive. But we must know that, you know, I think about an old, well, yeah, it is an old song because it does play on the oldies, even though I was around when this song came out. Notorious B.I.G. and Sean Puffy Combs had a song that said, more money, more problems. It seems like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. Let us get out of that mindset, though, not more money, more problems, but as we come into the mindset that the more we earn is the more we spend, we can therefore say, okay, I have more money, I'm spending more money, but there is still a financial certainty. We must remember not to spend money that we don't have. Do not spend money you don't have, money that you're expecting from a check or a settlement. Unless that money is in your bank account, don't even think about spending it. I think about people back in the day that used to balance their checkbook. Now, thank God, well, at least I have an app for my bank. I could just pull it up and see what came out of what. And I don't even need a card anymore, right? We can just have our phones, hold it up to the payment system, and boom, our bills are paid. But we must remember that we have to budget, right? If you're a millionaire and don't have to worry about money, great for you, wonderful for you. Maybe some of this message isn't for you. But for people that don't think that they are blessed with financial certainty, for people that don't think that they make enough to spend enough, this message is for you. We always talk here at Black Diamond about treating yourself to something nice, but you have to stay on budget. You have to stay on budget. Friends, there's so much going on, especially around this time. We knew that as we come out of COVID and isolation, that there would be inflation. And we're seeing that as we go into the malls and into the supermarkets, right? There is inflation going on. On top of that, we have scammers. Look, the other day I was walking into the supermarket and this young man, I would say, accosted me. You know, he's like, hey, how you doing? And, you know, all this stuff. And he said, you know anyone that's looking for a job, or are you looking for a job? And I'm thinking in my head, like, he's outside of the supermarket and he's like, oh, it's a great opportunity. And I'm like, okay, if it was such a great opportunity, such a money-making opportunity, why do you need to be outside? And mind you, this was like 11 o'clock at night. I just had to run into the store, you know. Why do you need people? Why do you need to accost people outside of the supermarket if it's such a great thing? Scammers are all around us. But we must know that we have the mind for it, right? Even when we treat ourselves, we stay on budget. I hear some people say, oh, I don't have the mind for business. I don't have the mind for money. You know, when money burns a hole in their pocket. My father used to say that to me all the time. Because as soon as I get a little bit of money as I was a kid, I had to spend it. We are going to Toys R Us. For those of you who grew up in Brooklyn in the 80s and 90s, by Kings Plaza, there was a huge Toys R Us, and you can go in there and play for hours. They didn't care. I had to go. The money burned a hole in my pocket. But as we get older, as we start adulting, as we start to spend our money, thinking about how we're spending our money, we must now get away from the thought that we don't have a mind for business. No, we have a mind of God, and it is ready for anything that we need it for. So put your fist in the air and affirm with me, I have a good mind for finances. I have a good mind for money. I have a good mind for accumulation. Because that's what we want. We want to save. We want to accumulate. We want to know that as we're earning money, as we're getting an income, there is also accumulation. Friends, I want you to remember to believe in your earning potential. Believe that the mind, spirit, and body are equipped to assist you in your quest to work and to earn. There is earning potential in you. There is more for you to live and more for you to earn. You know, in this day and age, as we talk about inflation and things getting more expensive, I saw a meme the other day that said, if you want to be successful in America, you're going to need to do something a little illegal. You're going to need a side hustle. You're going to need something like that. Now, I believe in integrity in business, and I hope each and every one of you do that too. Where you don't need to do something illegal. You don't need to do something that will get you in trouble, land you in prison in order to get by, even though other people are doing it. You must know that God has placed you here for a reason, and that includes giving you all the financial freedom that you need to get where you need to go. In America, they talk about every great fortune comes from a great crime. And that is very true with the fortunes, that old money that you see floating around America. But we can live with integrity. We can have our business with integrity. And as we do this, and it may be little by little by little, but it will have great gains in your life. You have to believe this. I think about the old time custom that we have that is still being used today in the West Indian culture, and I believe in the African culture too, but we call it susu, right? Susu, for example, you get 10 friends together, and for 10 weeks, there's one person in charge. For 10 weeks, each person gives the person in charge $10, right? And for 10 weeks, you give that person $10. And each week, one person out of the 10 gets the full amount, gets that full $100, right? And that's a savings program that we know about from the West Indies, from the African tradition. I think about my granddad too. Every week after church, my mother would tell me, he would ride around on his bike and go to his friends and, family members and collect money from them. And that's their savings for the year. And then around Christmas time, he would go back to those people and give them all the money that they saved. No interest fee, no storage fee. He was just doing it because he knew that people were going to need that money come the end of the year. So if we have to save, it means that we can save in a great and a wonderful way, and we can have people in our world that can help us get to that way of saving and accumulating the finances we need for what we need to get in our life. So it means then that yes, not only do we have earning potential, but we have saving potential. Remember, in anything that we do, in anything that we face, we can either be anxious or we can be creative. Always be creative. Always know that God is giving you more and more ideas so that you can earn and create more money, accumulate more money in your life. Affirm with me, I have great earning potential. Again, look at that wallet. Look at those finances. Look at that bank book. Look at that checkbook. Look at that passport. Look at that credit card and say, you have great earning potential. Speak into your financial devices and your financial tools and know that, yes, there is great earning potential there and all is well. Again, even if you have to do little by little with the susu, they also call it the box or throwing a hand, right? Saving with other people. We must remember that a steady drop of water can make a hole in a rock. A steady drop of water can make a hole in a rock. So don't worry about how little your finances are. Save little by little by little, and you will see the bounty of our great and wonderful God expressed in our world. Friends, also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for help when you need it, whether it's from a friend that can help you, right? The worst they're going to say is no. So you might as well ask. A closed mouth does not get fed. So you might as well open your mouth and speak what needs to be spoken. Ask for the help that you need. Whether it's going on welfare or public assistance, there are people that are so scared to do this. But if it is needed in your life, don't be scared to ask for that help. Some people would rather die in the ocean than scream for help. Don't die in the ocean of your finances and your debts. Scream for help if need be. And that includes talking to the people that you owe. We're going to have to work something out in order to get this money. Don't let your pride be so big and dominant that you're scared to ask for money. I think about this talk about self-made people. We see people who are millionaires or business owners and we say they are self-made. I reject that statement because no one is self-made. You show me any millionaire, anyone that does good in business where they didn't have to rely on someone buying that product in order to get money, right? If we have a business and you can think it came from your brain and you did all the work, but that does not make you self-made. I remember a song that Barbara Streisand sings all the time, People. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Just know that we are all connected in finances. We are all connected in business. We cannot go anywhere without someone buying the product. That's why I reject the statement of, or the term of, self-made. We all need people to buy our products or to donate or to do whatever in order for us to get that money. We can't pay ourselves from where? Right? So we all are connected, especially in this financial world. We need one another. We need one another in order to get to the next step. So we must bless good connections into our lives. We must know that with these connections, people say, oh, in business, they have business sharks and, people that do evil and bad things. Again, every great fortune starts with a great crime. So yes, there are people out there that are scammers and want to take your money and want to fool you. But know that as you start with God, as you place your desires in the mind of God, that this all-universal force will send you out to meet the right people, to make the right connections, that are not scamming you out of money, that are not willing to take your idea and talk you out of it or make money for themselves. No. God, this all-universal force, is bringing that accumulation to you through those connections, through those people, and you are blessed. Those people are bringing health and, most importantly, wealth into your world. Put your fist in the air and affirm with me, my life is blessed with good connections. Yes. My life is blessed with good connections. Another point I want to give to you, and for us to always remember, is to give back. Donate. We talk about tithing. You should tithe to the place where you get your spiritual food. Hopefully it's here and you're willing to donate and give. If not, find a place where you feel good and give back to that place. Not only in money, but how about giving your time, your energy, right? What is inside of you, that greatness that is inside of you, give to the place where you get your spiritual food, where you feel good inside, whether it be in the arts or education. I think about teachers. If you have a child that is going to school, donate to the teacher. They can always use pens and paper, or ask them, what do you need? There's so many teachers, thank God, that dig into their own pocket for things that they need. Remember to give in love. And as you give in love, you will receive, pressed down, shaken together, running over, multiplied 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 times fold. So affirm with me, I give with love. Open your hands as wide as you can, because the blessing that the all-universal force has in store for you, you don't have room enough for it. So open up your hands as big as you can and say, I give with love and I receive in excess. I give with love and I receive in excess. And that also means giving back to the new generation. We can mentor some children or some teenagers in a good way, teaching them what we never were taught. I remember when I first started with the youth group, I didn't think I could do it. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to teach them the stuff that I didn't learn in school. How to budget, how to get finances together, how to change a flat tire, right? Give back to the new generation. The last point I want to leave with you today, Friends, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to try something new. Whether it's dyeing your hair, you're going to see some color in my hair in a couple of weeks, right? Just for something new, something fresh. Get a new hairstyle, a new haircut. I am so thankful for stylists and barbers who have a vision, right? And you can't, when they talk about stylists to the stars, is because they can look at your face and say, okay, this style will work with you, that style will work with you. How about you just let them do it, right? Have a new something in your life. I remember a friend of mine, she was actually the one that convinced me to dye my hair. Because she had a really nice color in her hair. It was like a brownish color. It looked really, really good. And I was like, wow, what made you decide to dye your hair? And she said, you know what? Because she's 60. She said, I spent so much of my life being conservative, not doing much with my life. And then one of her friends died and was also conservative. And she said one of the most powerful things I've ever learned in my life. And you know, at the back of your head, you know these things, but for someone to give language to it, it's like, woo, mind-blowing. She said, Jason, have you ever heard anyone on their deathbed saying, I wish I had done less with my life? They always say, I wish I had done more. I wish I had gone here. You never hear anyone saying, I wish I had done less. Now is the time. It's a new year. It's a new time. Do something new. Do more with life. Buy new clothes. If you don't have money, do the thrifting, right? Other people don't have to know you went to the Salvation Army or you got it on sale or whatever it is, right? It's new to you. And you dress it up with your own style, it'll be new to everybody else. People don't need to know your business, right? Put on a new outfit or your favorite outfit. Get up. Open up the blinds. Let the sun shine in. Shower with your favorite soap. Get so fresh and so clean, clean, clean. When that song comes on from Outkast, I just always, that should be my new shower song. So fresh and so clean, clean, clean. Yes. Put on your favorite fragrance, your favorite outfit, and step out in the world like you know that you are worth $1 million. You know why you're worth $1 million or pounds or wherever you are in the world, whatever your currency is, you are worth $1 million of that. Why? Because you're a child of the all universal force. And because God made this opulent universe, this opulent world that we're living in, God is not going to leave you to be poor. So be rich in God. Know that you are rich in God and move with that knowledge. Move with that confidence. Move with financial certainty. Put your fist in the air and let's do this last affirmation. I am blessed with the certainty that I have what it takes to succeed and prosper. Friends, you have what it takes. It is all in you. Again, you can either have anxiety or creativity, but there is creativity in you to move on to the next phase of life. Friends, I want to thank you for visiting blackdiamondworldwide.org today. Please remember to visit us on Facebook and Instagram. Like, comment, and share. Throughout the week, we post motivational messages to keep us inspired and moving forward into that which is for our great and wonderful good. It's a good life. Make it a prosperous life. Know that you are blessed with financial certainty. You know I love you. You millionaire you. You good looking fresh you. Yeah, I love you. Be blessed.